Evening all.
Hi, Quark. It's always a pleasure to have you.
I'm
and
sorry,
I think you came just in time. Well, you're coming in for PBT. We got Cryoc and Tech. Let's stop the chatter and get into it.
Great. I took a quick look at some of the highlights from my games. It was
Fantastic
took a look at
games.
bit with the Scout and the Mass GT.
Fantastic
I have no
games.
regrets.
A lot of action. Best of 5, 2 S-rank players. We have Tech, top right, Cryoc, top left. They need no introduction.
PVT.
Yeah,
Fighting spirit?
Yeah, and close positions.
Close positions, okay.
Yeah, with the Terran third right next to Photo Space, so there's not going to be a long push here if he goes for a push.
Okay, Quark, I gotta ask you.
Yep.
The 12th Nexus that you pulled off on cross positions, I think it was Fighting Spirit, maybe even? Was it?
Against
Eclipse versus Grind
Eclipse.
Boss.
Oh yeah,
Grind Boss tried to make a bunk and it failed, but he had plenty of time to get his
And
level
then
out.
you ran a billion DTs into their death. Why?
That was
just
on Fighting
two
Spirit.
different maps. That was fun. The DTs worked really well on Fighting Spirit. I don't know why you're complaining about those. The DTs got me really far ahead.
Yes, but then I don't know. You managed to throw somehow. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, because I scouted he had 6-pack, and I thought, okay, the counter to that is to have 2 gateways and float 1,000 minerals, and that wasn't the counter.
I see.
Grind Boss
If I
almost
had-
lost it.
Where did
If
you
I
get
had
that
8
intel?
gateways and then built
Where
a
did you
bunch
get
of
that
goons,
intel
fine.
from for the counter? Was it Lucky New? Okay, first scout.
I was not playing well that day. That was not the macro I wanted.
Action-packed games.
Well,
really fun watching.
at least you got to build carriers in one game.
Yeah.
A lot
That
of
was
workers exploding.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Mines.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
Eclipse
that Eclipse game,
and
Did
Fighting
you,
Spirit.
did you actually see? Yeah, in that Eclipse game, did you actually see the mine killing off like 20 SCVs? Like not
20
probes, but
probes.
SCVs.
That was
No,
on Fighting
TVs.
Spirit. On
That was the
Eclipse,
Fighting
that
Spirit.
was his
It
probes
was
that
Eclipse
died.
too. There was a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
probes,
you did
and then
get
in
a
the next
few
attack,
SCVs.
I
or
don't
probes,
recall
yeah.
that on Eclipse.
yeah, and then you GG'd when everyone was like, "This game is even."
No, I didn't know. I just assumed that I had lost.
No,
on
you
the
were
mind drag.
you were actually even because I think like a zealot or a DT dragged
No, I
think
had no idea.
a mine into like 15 SCVs.
Hold
So
on.
you were actually even, and then you GG'd, and I was like, oh.
I should go back and check that. I had no idea that happened.
I think that was a Carbot mode game.
Yeah, the first 2 were
The
carbot
first
mode.
2, yeah.
And then Sarando told me to play seriously, so I had to turn off my carbot. But
Man,
I still made
A
scouts.
reason.
You made one scout and one Corsair,
The
which
Corsair
I
was
don't understand.
he had 2 low health dropships. The Corsair was a great move.
Okay,
The issue
okay,
was,
zealot coming in here.
and it's not like I was hurting for money. I had 4 bases and 70 probes.
Yeah, just kind of low on gateway.
Okay, so Tech took out an SCV and a Marine.
Yeah.
This isn't bad for him at all. And he took out another
Yeah,
SCV.
Tech's done really well here. This is
Wow.
Delayed the
This is a
huge
factory.
Hey,
because there's going to
didn't
be a
even
goon
lose the
coming
probe.
after this. Although he's only had 2 probes on gas, so this isn't going to be a robo follow-up. This is just goon to expand.
Okay.
He's harassing with Zealot followed up by goon, and then he's just going to switch into Nexus in a few minutes.
Back in here. What is
But I like
this?
this. He's done way more damage than he should have with the Zealot probe combination. And at this point, it doesn't look like Cryoc can place the bunker that he wants, the natural, which means the goon's going to do a shit ton of damage as well. Like Cryoc has to keep making Marines, and all the Marines
Yeah,
are gonna
this
do
is like what was this, like 7 Marines built by now?
Yeah, and the
something
Marines
like
are
that.
like the only value you can get from the Marines is buying time for the tank. It's just he's sinking money into something he knows he doesn't want. and Tech's about to expand.
no expansion being built yet.
Yeah, whereas Tech,
sure.
he's not even committing on this. He's only got 2 probes on gas. He's delaying his robo. He's going to place a Nexus.
He's scouting. Yeah, he's scouting if there's any like Stargate shenanigans going on, but there's nothing. I mean, Starport.
Okay, robo just started. He's getting so much value.
It's terrible for him to lose this Dragoon if he doesn't even lose it.
He's got so much value out of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Cryoc been
That's a lot of damage.
Cryoc had like 3 SCVs on gas, I think, this entire time, and it's I don't know what he's going to do with them because he's got all this gas, but he's still trying for an expansion build. Not going to do like a starport follow-up. Oh, he can't afford to take the excess damage on these. Once he gets the 3rd Dragoon here, he can hold this. He's got his range, so he's not in any danger, but he does need to control it.
He just needs to kite this back slowly.
Yeah, it's 1 tank. If he kites it back, he's fine. There we go. There's nothing wrong with Tex Micro. I've played a bunch of games with him. I've watched a lot of his VODs. He can micro. Fine. Oh, I say that. There goes the...
I don't think that was his fault.
But this is just StarCraft being StarCraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We hold position and the Dragoon's just on fire. Oh, he gets the tank though, so I think he's okay.
I mean, the moment the tank's dead, the rush is over. He's got Observatory finishing now, so there's no tank. There's 1 factory, so there's not going to be a vulture flood.
Yeah. But that's just StarCraft being StarCraft. You hold position the Dragoon and it just...
I like his position a lot. He's up on workers, he's up on tech. He's going to have the Observer giving him all the information he needs. And there's nothing that Cryoc can do to him in the short term.
Was 1 gate a little risky from Tech?
No, because he was inside his opponent's base. He could see what was going on. It's, I mean, 1 gate... also, it's 1 gate expand, Observer, 3 gate. This is... that even against a 2-fact, this would have been fine. Because he's got the quick 3 gateways following up. Cryoc's following with early siege mode. He's only got the 1 machine shop as well, so he's not going to be able to mass tanks. I don't know what Cryoc's hoping to transition from here, because he's got the siege mode, he's building a mixture of vultures and tanks. He's not going to drop the vultures. Maybe he's going for like a vulture run by, but it's just there's a lot going on here that doesn't quite add up to a particular strategy. No armory. You'd think he'd want an armory right now. eBay makes sense because he knows there's observers out, and the observers it means that means Robo's going to be happening. So there's a risk of shuttle and Reaver, but no armory is. I mean, do we think it's just a timing push? Because like upgrades are the heart of TPP. You can't play with. Okay, yeah, he's just going for it.
Yeah.
But this is why Tech has the 3 gateways. Is the thing. It's you build 3 gateways so that you can ramp up the production if you have to. What Cryoc's doing is showing that he's going to go for a push, and Tech says, okay, well, I'll just build a shuttle, throw some zealots in it, and do mass dragoons. And there's only 1 machine shop building tanks. There's not going to be the tank numbers to bust this. There just isn't.
Okay, he's diving on top of the tanks with the mines. I don't know about this. Okay, he gets the tanks actually.
Yeah, I know about this because there's only 2 tanks, and the tanks don't have upgrades yet.
Mines could.
Yeah, I wonder if he got lucky there.
I mean, back home he had another 3 dragoons done, and he has 3 more dragoons building. It's
okay.
You build 3 gateways so that if somebody tried to do this to you, you just kill it.
He would have broke eventually. Yeah.
What I think is interesting is the last time we cast one of Tech's show matches, he kept going 2 gateways and he kept regretting it. And afterwards, like throughout that bond, I was going.
Character development. This character arc is shaping up to be.
I spent the entire
legendary.
Spent the entire VOD going. He needs a 3rd gateway. This game builds a 3rd gateway. The push happens. He just crushes it.
Okay, next time we cast him, he goes 4-gate power goon. Okay, now an armory starts and a 3rd command center is on the way.
Yeah, but it's too late. If you look at Tech's position, he's got the Citadel, he's taking his 2nd gas, he's taking his 3rd Nexus. He's going to throw down the Stargate.
When does Protoss actually start upgrades in this matchup?
The forge upgrades aren't that important. I normally take them around the time I take a 3rd, but it depends on if you're taking a 3rd gas. The priority is getting your Arbiter timing on time, and Tech's I would like to see a Stargate right now because otherwise Tech's gonna call
More,
me a
important,
liar.
important upgrades for Terran are 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Show me a
because
Stargate.
plus 2 attack is like. What is it?
There we go.
Aha.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a bit late. He wanted to build that when his sister was half done and then build his archives. But if Tech is building toward his win condition, that's the important thing that we need to be seeing here is that Tech is getting his gateways down, he's getting his third nexus, third gas, he's getting his archives, which means that Tech is heading straight for that late game where Protoss dominates Terran unless Terran has 2-1. If we look at what Cryoc has, he's got one
Plus
army
one
that's
just
just
starting.
started. Yeah. Which means that Cryoc's late game timing doesn't exist. It's Tech is going to be good to
4
go.
bases down the road, you would
Yeah.
want to say.
Tech's going to be good to go with vehicles, stasis, a huge army around the same time that Cryoc's got like 1-0. Tech is so far ahead. He's behind on
Starting
workers.
his
and
forge,
yeah,
Arbiter Tribunal.
this is like super textbook from Tech here. This is how you play this
You
matchup.
could say it would be tech book.
Does he stop making dragoons soon?
I normally go 2 control groups of dragoons and then move into zealots.
Does he have zealot speed already, or is it?
You don't need zealot speed because there's no
You don't need
attack
zealot
coming anytime soon.
speed,
Yeah.
Okay.
You get zealot speed around the same time as or after you start your arbiter because you're tight on
Okay.
gas up until the first arbiter starts building. He took his second gas a little bit late and he could have compensated by taking earlier third gas, but he chose not to do so.
Plus 1 attack for the zealots or for the dragoons.
Yeah. So
starting?
right now his his tribunal's finished, but he's not making arbiter, and that's a mistake. He needs to be making an arbiter right now. But he doesn't have the gas for it, which is why he's not doing it. But that's because he didn't take his third gas, and he delayed his second gas. Come on, Tech, build an arbiter. It's the one late game unit you need. Please build an arbiter. I'll be so. There we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
we're good.
And then
Then
do
after
you
his
upgrade for status?
Yeah, but you don't start it soon. You can wait a bit because
You always get the arbiter before status, though.
It needs
Yeah.
to save up energy
He's-
anyway.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the gas.
Ah,
The
that
next
makes
gas is
sense.
going into zealot legs. But look at the supply. He's 50 or 40 supply up, and he's also got the tech advantage. It's
Should be getting that gas soon.
there we go. He's taking it. And there come the zealot legs. Yeah, this is textbook. This is if you wrote a or if somebody said, well, how do you play PvT? I showed them the sweep and be like that. That's how you play PvT. He can take a 4th and a 5th base at the bottom right whenever he wants and start building gateways down there as well.
And
'Cause
then
Cryoc
Terran
can't
with
attack.
8 Rexes here.
Yeah, Cryoc is going for 2-1 timing. He's got his second army building. His first army is about to finish +1. But if you look at the timings on what's happening here, Stasis is going to finish, Vehicle's going to get upgraded, and then there's just going to be, by the time that Cryoc's good to go, Tech is going to have the map and also his
He's
arbiter
in a pretty
upgrades.
good position, I don't doubt it. But, you know, one factor changes
That
PvT,
is
and
a
that's...
lot of tanks.
Yeah, tanks each. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not saying that Tech can't lose. I'm saying
Yeah,
that
on the
Tech
other
has
hand,
to-
that's
No,
a lot
I
of
know.
zealots. Actually, I think he's fine.
it's amazing how much
Tech
damage
has to-
tanks do.
yeah. Tech has to lose this game. Is the thing. It's his game to win or lose.
He's almost maxed.
Yeah.
He's gonna attack soon.
He doesn't want to attack the front.
The third, is that what you go for?
No, he doesn't want to attack the third either. He wants to recall it.
Is that the safest?
He just needs to take expansions, and then the
Does-
moment Cryoc tries to push, he just starts recalling.
Moving across the map as Protoss, there is mines and tanks to be scared of. So why walk when you can just teleport? Hello?
Yeah.
As
He also needs to take that
as he
fourth
walks
base at the bottom
across
right.
map.
Cryoc
but he
can
doesn't
deny it
deserve
though. Here comes the vultures. This is good play by Cryoc here with this denial, because Tech he's had map control for the last 5 minutes and he hasn't taken another.
He
two
has the
expansions.
minerals, yeah, to make another expansion.
He's not been using his map control properly. Oh, you do not want to do this attack.
Going
That's
for
a
it.
narrow bridge. Does he even have 100 energy? 81
does
energy.
not.
That's not your timing there, Tech. I mean, he still has a lot of units.
Yeah, but this is a really good
not
trade
the timing
for
he
Cryoc.
wanted.
Why
Oh.
use brain when force do the trick? Hello?
Okay.
A lot of
He's
zealots.
got a lot of zealots, yeah.
But he wasn't trading very well early on, eh?
No, he's
Does
going
it
to
really
reset the
matter?
tank count. So reset the tank count is good at any time.
I think he's resetting Cryoc's base, but that's just my opinion.
He could also stasis the ramp by now if he wanted to. That'd be a pretty cool move.
Stasis the Zealot on the ramp.
Yeah, just stasis the ramp and then you just kill
I'll
the,
tell you what though,
second and
Cryoc
third.
brought his army down. I mean, he was maxed. They're almost even.
Yeah, but that's
I think this was a. I mean, it doesn't lose him the game, but he could have done something better, couldn't he?
the safer play would have been to have already taken the 2 expansions and then from there. But I mean, this is
very good for Protoss.
yeah, this is it was a risky play, but it didn't cost him the game. He's going to be fine. Yeah.
Dropping a Zealot on top of the tank.
He still hasn't taken another expansion. At this point, he could just take the Nexus in the middle. That would be fine.
Look at that Arbiter harassing the SCVs. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Forcing him to use the concept.
Somehow Cryoc managed to hold that.
Yeah, but if you think about what Cryoc push timing is going to be for his next, for his 2-1,
It's in 10 minutes.
he's going to have the upgrade, but he doesn't have any tanks to.
Yeah, if he had
How many machine
expansions
shops are there?
behind this,
How many machine shops is it?
15.
1,
Two.
2.
Yeah. So he's going to be able to build a lot of vultures, but he's not going
And
to
he's
win
still
the game.
denying that natural, so
Yeah.
If Tech had some expansions behind this, we'd feel a little bit better for him. But he's in the same
He's-
place. He's actually
Yeah,
worse off now.
He's fine. Tech is fine, but yeah, he does really need to.
He lost
send-
his maxed out army.
He'll build a new one. Don't worry.
don't
find
worry.
out.
There is gateways plenty.
Yeah. The issue is that
Something I
he
wish
doesn't
I
have
would
a
have said
second.
about you.
He needs a second Stargate, and he needs a 4th and 5th base.
I think that
Without-
happens to every Protoss player. You just have this huge army, and you say,
Can
"I
we look
can
at the
break
third
through
base?
this."
Is that did he matter pylon his own gas or what is that?
Yeah, it's not a huge deal though. The bigger deal is that he only has the 1 Stargate, and that he didn't take his expansions. Because if you have 2 Stargate arbs, you can.
Wait,
keep
how
on
many
top of the
kills
terror
does that
switch.
vulture have? Please click the vulture quick before it dies. Okay, only
Oh,
one.
it just killed a probe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I was just wondering how many probes.
okay, so Terran's V2
Makes
upgrades are
sense.
coming, and once Terran gets V2, you actually need a proper. You need to stasis half the tanks to even fight it, and it's going to be difficult to stasis half the tanks with the 2 arbiters that Tech has. He needs like 5 arbiters coming from different directions, and what he's going to have is 2 arbiters. So that's not good. He should have a second Stargate right now. He's floating 2,000 gas, no second Stargate.
That's a lot of gas.
Yeah. And it's you can't play late game PvT without either carriers, arbiters, high templar, or a combination of 2 of the 3.
Is it viable to get 3 Stargates ever?
Yeah. So you make as many Stargates you have gas for. Why would you ever not want more arbiters? There's no point in the game where you're like, well, you know, if I had more arbiters, I would just choose not to stasis their army. If you have the control to keep them split so you don't get hit by all the EMPs, you would just build like half your supply would be arbiters.
I'm kind of
You'd
worried
be-
for Tech.
The upgrades are not in his favor right now. He
I
does
think
not
he
have
might
enough
lose
arbiters.
this. I don't know about that attack.
My
He's
Discord stream is dead.
he needed to take his next 2 expansions much earlier. Now he's got to actually win this fight with stasis, and I don't know that he has enough arbiters to. He's floating 2,500 gas. That's a lot of gas to have. If a good EMP hits right now, Tech can lose this. He's going to have 2 stasis only. There aren't that many tanks. 2 stasis can get it done, but this is going to be tough. Okay, Cryoc's up at 20 supply. And there's the EMP. Okay, he's in trouble.
Force. Free
He's getting on the
stasis?
tanks.
And this observer?
Yeah. Tech, what have you done, man?
I would say he quarked it.
Well, his economy's just arrived because he's just taken his expansion to the bottom right, so he can actually use those gateways that he has to build, 10 units at a time. He's got 9 dragoons in the Zealot building right now. So there's going to be units coming. For a while there, Tech wasn't actually making any units because he had no economy, but it's just kicked in and it might save him. But I mean, where are the arbiters? He's fighting 3-2 Terran mech and he's not using arbiters. He's fucked this up. Hey, Tech, if you watch this, last time I told you to not go 2-gate against an early free tech push. The lesson this time, more than one Stargate. One Stargate at a time, it lets you make one Arbiter at a time. See if you can make 2 or 3 Arbiters at a time.
Now Cryoc needs to expand somewhere.
Watch him go 15
So-
arbiters.
Well, one thing to note is that before that fight, Tech was actually 20 supply behind. It was 170 Cryoc to 150 Tech. Because Tech hadn't been able to macro properly because he didn't have any income, because he didn't have any expansions. Tech is now matching supply. The moment that income kicked in, those gateways went online. Like, as I said, there's nothing wrong with Tech's macro. If you give him gateways, you give him money, he will spend that money, he will make the units.
Yeah, we just want to see one more Stargate, I guess.
Can we-
more Arbiters.
Can we just appreciate how nice Tech's base looks?
Maybe some Templars and Storm?
Yeah, both of which are on. Well, Storm's on the way. I don't know if he has any Templars, but he spent some of his 2,500 gas bank. This is a lot of Dragoons, and I think this is actually okay because Cryoc's tank count hasn't been good all game. He only had 2 machine drops out of 10 factories.
Yeah, he lost all his tanks during that first attack. And he's been pressured to make units as fast as possible, so he's just got a bunch of Vultures out.
He's sacking that base. He doesn't think he can defend it. I don't know if he's right or wrong. He doesn't have any Arbiters, so maybe this is the right play, but I don't know about this. Because he doesn't have anything left after this. He's got this one attack, and if it wins, he wins, and if it loses,
But
he
he's
loses.
pulling back. No? Is he going?
This would be
He's
a great
indecisive.
time to have a recall. Oh, yeah, just waiting on the stasis, but this would have been a fantastic time to have a recall, though, and he doesn't have. Oh, that's going to be a big
No.
stasis.
No. 2 tanks, 2 vultures.
But there were only 5 tanks. If you
He
get
can
to it,
turtle, though.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Nah, the Zealot drops on top of the tanks, very nice.
Yeah, they're gonna
Mine-
get killed
Made
off. And amazingly, all
No.
these Dragoons can die to 2 tanks.
I think Tech can win this, but he's got to get on the factories.
Terran pulling
Also,
back.
Cryoc
Or
did not
the
finish-
base in the bottom right is
Yeah.
still alive.
He could have sent just 2 tanks.
But
down
he's
there
sending,
and
he's,
it would have
sending, he's sending vultures.
Oh, he's got some
Okay.
tanks and Vultures. I don't think these are the trades he's looking for, but I might be wrong.
killed it. I mean, supplies
He's
are
on top
staying
of the
even.
production.
Yeah.
But he nah.
Also,
too few
Cryoc,
units.
he sent half his army back and intercepted
Yeah.
Cryoc. He's lost a lot of workers, but he doesn't have that much. Okay,
Unbelievable. Cryoc
It's-
did it.
he did an arbiter rush, and then he said, "Okay, I'm going to make 2 arbiters. That's all you need. 2 arbiters, done."
He left at 3,000 gas and 1,500 minerals. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why he left, to be honest.
Oh, he left because
He lost 2 bases in the bottom right.
It's not a
and he
clear
didn't
win
really
for
accomplish
Cryoc,
it.
though. It's. I don't
he also
think.
lost a bunch of his. It's
He has a lot of minerals.
that was Tech's game to lose, and he threw it. You can't go arbiter rush on 3 gas and then just make 2 arbiters and say that's all the arbiters. I'm good
If you
now.
want to teach someone how to play PvT, show them this game.
Well, I don't think he lost
Wait,
that.
no.
He just
Nah,
prematurely
played well.
left.
He played well.
No,
sure.
he got so far ahead, and then he tried to end it on gateway units rather than with a recall. You don't need to. When you're in that position, you don't need to do what he did. You just assert map control, take expansions, and recall into the base. He was impatient. He fucked up the execution. Even after that, he would have been fine if he'd just built some arbiters. That was the arbiter rush with no arbiters.
Or Storm.
What's the build I am going? I am going.
Yeah, I think in a position like that, just doing recall is going to be very effective, right? And take the whole map.
Time to look back at that copy pass.
He seems to be really good at making basic units and macroing with goons and zealots, but in a lot of his games, I don't see him utilizing those high-tech units more. Maybe I'm wrong. Although his Reaver micro is really good as well, but yeah, we don't see him making temps and arbiters a lot.
Yeah,
Or does
and
it?
the annoying thing is that his build is designed to just propel Protoss straight into the late game. It's the whole point of that build is you get the gas you need, you get the bases you need, you get the tech you need. And by the time Terran comes out, you have late game Protoss with stasis, with mass units, with a shit ton of gas for high tempo storms. All of that
He
stuff is
creates
ready
all
for
the
them.
conditions for blast off, but never
Yeah,
takes off.
and then he
does it?
just didn't do it.
Engine failure.
Yeah. He built the rocket exactly the way he should have.
I wonder if he just gets
He-
so far ahead that he just
he-
feels.
Yeah. He filled it up with all the right fuel. It was good to go, and he just blasted it off straight into the ceiling. He forgot to open the launch doors.
I like that.
If he attacked the third, I think he would have taken it out. And if Terran had tried to help its
I mean,
third,
he didn't need to attack the third. If he just sent some dragoons down to the bottom right to secure his fourth and fifth, and then waited. Like he was like 70 supply up. Although I think he probably would have gone to 200 on like 2 arbiters. Because one thing you have to do is recognize that the Terran's not attacking anytime soon. Just don't max out. Leave some room for arbiters. Build some extra side. It was going so well for so long.
It's so good. It's just so good. I imagine like Elon Musk at his first rocket. It's like, okay, we got everything here.
no, it's a real shame when you play that well and you lose.
It was a beautifully designed rocket. It's a pity they didn't open the door.
But you know, the
Launches.
tanks, they're so strong, aren't they? They just melt your army.
Launch it horizontally.
He had so many more units, and slowly we watched it just get.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
Drill down.
if you recoil onto the factories, then the tanks on the other side of the map, they can't get you. Or if you freeze the tanks, they can't get you. Like, the solution to tanks does exist, but it wasn't executed.
Goon range, Dragoon. Did he skip the Zealot? I think he did.
If anything, I would have preferred that game had the early strategy not been as good, or the macro hunt, because there was so much that was right that game. I would, if he was just a bad player, I'd be like, well, he's a bad player, he backed it up. But he did it so well for so long. Okay, this is going to be a standard 23 next, by the way. Sorry, I've not been talking about this one, but this is like the most textbook 23 next opening you can do.
Okay. So
First goon's gonna go
skipping-
across the map
Skipping the
and-
Zealot, so no early pressure. But
Yeah,
I
well,
guess
first
he's gonna go
dragoon's
for
gonna
like
cross the map
two,
and,
yeah, it's
harass
gonna be
the
like
bunker.
2, 3, yeah, harass the
Second
bunker.
dragoon is
fourth-
going to block the choke for vulture run by, and then he's going to start making a wall.
Okay, this is.
Okay, that's a quick
fourth-
citadel. That's a very quick citadel.
Okay.
So this isn't the standard
DTs?
23 next. Yeah, that's got to be DTs because you don't have the gas to do anything else with that. Might be DT drop, might be regular DTs, but that is a quick citadel.
Okay. What do
But
you
he will
mean?
show
Haven't
the
you heard
range.
about the one gate Zealot leg all in?
Cryoc
It's
is
DT drop.
scouting around. I think he's looking
It's DT
for
drop.
Okay, Robo.
something unusual on the map.
But the tech has got a second dragoon at the choke, which is where you place it because you don't want the 4-minute vulture time to hurt you. And also, it's going to deny the scout. Or is it? Let's see if he's placed a dragoon correctly, because you can block that with a dragoon. I don't think he's placed it right.
But he drives him
not
off
really good.
anyways. Okay, tank comes out, Dragoon pressure stops.
We
Would
have
that
a
tip
second
you
gateway,
off,
we
though?
have archives. This DT drop is going to hit early, and then it's going to be followed with...
We got an academy. Is that
Could be followed
unusual?
Yeah,
with
but
target.
Academy doesn't do anything for him.
The Academy
no,
is...
Academy unlocks scan,
Academy
I guess,
standard, yeah. This is why you go Academy here, because you're afraid of this timing.
Is there no indication that Cryoc has sort of figured out that there's something weird going on?
No, because everything that Tech has done is what you would see on A23 next. You'd see the one Dragoon harassing, you'd see a second Dragoon at the choke. The only thing that is low is Tech's Dragoon count, but if you see like 3 Dragoons, you don't know that there aren't more Dragoons somewhere else. This looks very normal. The first thing that's going to be missing is an observer, but that wouldn't be shown for like another minute or so.
Like to see some comsat stations?
Yeah, they're going to be following it soon. If they're not, then Heck is fucked up. Sorry, Cryoc fucked it up. But
You might see the shuttle. These mines are going to give him some visions if he lays them down. Keeps his vultures there.
and now they come that, and
very
also
good.
the army is coming. So yeah, Cryoc's playing the standard. The army is to give him the ability to shoot down shuttles and to start his +1 comsat for the DTs, obviously.
I don't think he saw it.
Let's see if his units are reacting, because that's how. If he responds, we know he saw it.
No
Not
reaction.
responding. I would like to see a Stargate after this. Just go straight into the Arbiters.
Drops it
But
into
this is
the-
going to do a lot of damage because there's no Goliaths out to actually kill the shuttle, which means the scans won't do anything. He'll scan and the DTs will just jump back in.
2, 3.
Yeah, this is going to do so much damage. First Goliath hasn't even started, and there's no eBay. This might just kill Cryoc, and if it doesn't kill him outright, then it's the
How long is that scan?
follow-up's going to
Yeah.
kill him.
Well, 3 tanks I think is enough to kill a DT pretty quickly. Half the scan. Oh, he's trying to force a scan.
But this is already doing
Yeah.
a shit ton of damage.
Got a few SCVs, a tank, Marines.
Yeah. Question is, what is Cryoc doing with all of the space he's getting bought? The answer is he's laying a bunch of gateways. I don't know why he's doing that unless he plans for an all-in follow-up. So what Tech's doing? Because he's not taking a third. He has observers. Don't know if he has Zealot legs. I don't think he does. So you look at this and think, okay, so you've disrupted the hell out of them with this push. Also with the DT drop.
he's
You've really
just
slowed
going
them down. All their time is
Powering
being
on goons?
He's taking a third, but I mean, going an extra 4 gateways and then taking a third, I don't get that because you know that the town doesn't have anything behind this. You've fucked with them a lot. You've been in their base. You've seen there's only 2 factories.
Well, he can't break in.
You said there's nothing wrong with this macro. You see that the strategy here is you also said give him the gateways and give him the minerals. He just gets the gateways.
I
first
like to
and
see
take
an
the
Arbiter
mineral.
tech here.
Yeah, I mean the DT drop rush is normally followed by Arbiter and a third. What he's done is followed it by +4 gateways and a third. Oh, +5. It's the fight. I would take the third, then the gateways. I might take the third and the fourth, then the gateways, because Crayoc's not leaving his base forever. He's stuck in his base. He's not even scanning for expansion because he's got to conserve those scans. So all these extra gateways, they don't actually do anything for tech because he's not. Like, he's got 1 unit building out of his 6 gateways.
Might see a Stargate soon.
I don't think he can afford that.
You don't think Tech can afford a Stargate on his?
And now he can.
He's got 5 Dragoons building. He could just have made 1 less Dragoon. He's got plenty of money. The reason he's not getting a Stargate is because he doesn't want Arbiters.
Why he doesn't want Arbiters, I don't get it.
Yeah, sorry. He
The
does
best
want
unit.
Arbiters, but he doesn't know that he wants Arbiters. Is a better way.
What?
He needs
That
Arbiters.
observer survives like 5 Dragoon shots? Hello? What is that? Siege tank observer?
He definitely Arbiters would definitely be what he needs, but he's not building them because for some reason he doesn't think that's the case. But it is the case, whether or not he thinks it.
He has plenty of gas. Need
Yep.
the Arbiters. Come
There
on,
is
Tech.
he's throwing this. His DT drop was really effective. But if you
yeah.
look at what he's got going on here.
Right.
He doesn't have Storm. He doesn't have +1 air coming. He doesn't have a Stargate. Okay, that's a Stargate, but this is really late. He missed his timing.
If he expanded twice, I may have gone that because Cryoc wasn't in a position to push. But he just expanded once. And
Yeah, I think Cryock's ahead.
Shuttle is coming in from the bottom left right now.
Yeah, with 4 DTs in it, but it's not going to do anything.
There we go.
It's going to be annoying.
There's
Or does it
another-
have? It doesn't even have high tank there. Just getting deeper.
What is this?
But if you look at what Cryoc has, he's got the science facility coming. He's got a second armory coming. This is going to be a.
Gets the DT into the natural.
Cryoc has a timing that's going to hit.
Can we look at the DT in the natural?
Oh, okay. If this
Okay,
works,
it
then
pulls the
this is going
units.
to do enough. Yeah. Okay, never mind. This is going to do a lot.
Yeah, he pulled the units away, and now
There's also just a lot of units. It doesn't really, putting the units away isn't as big an issue as just not having enough to compete with 6 gateways.
okay. Nice.
But I feel like that was probably the last time he could have done that at because he had a bunch of gateway units. But
You see, in this case, He started to build the rocket, but then he decided he's just gonna launch it out of a rocket launcher. And it worked. Fair
Somebody
to
should
advertise the game. I'm not advertising anything. Hello.
All right, game 3, 1-1.
It's. I mean, the push killed him in the mid game, and it was a good push. Again, there's nothing wrong with Tech's macro. Tech built the gateways, he built a bunch of units out of them, but he didn't have anything going on for if that timing didn't work. If for whatever reason he ran into some mines and lost all the zealots, there was no follow up to that. There was all he has was gateway units. Whereas normally the DT drop is followed by an Arbiter Rush. And if the DT drop does as much damage as that one does, you can do Arbiter Rush and expand. And by the time the Terran's pushing out and taking their third, you have Foki Dragoons there.
I don't think there's anything else that Cryoc could have done last game if he didn't get that earlier third.
He
Could have
took
been
way
done.
more damage from a DT drop than he should have. There was a long time when he wasn't building Goliath and eBay was pretty late. I feel like the moment you see that shuttle coming in, cancel whatever you're making, make Goliaths. Because he had the armory, but he wasn't able to do any damage to the shuttle. And caused him to lose a tank and lose a bunch of money time, as well as some SCVs. But Tech didn't capitalize on it very well. Cryoc was stuck in his base, was losing units, and Tech threw down an extra 4 gateways, which I don't think was the correct play from that position.
What you're saying is they're both bad. Brilliant. Okay. Is this standard again? I am no PvT expert.
Yeah, this is completely standard by both. Cryoc's build couldn't be more standard. Scouting for Tech is kind of optional, but he's going to get in and see the SCV count. Yeah. In my opinion, on Eclipse, you either scout early and steal the gas, or you scout late with the Dragoon because you know where they are. You know basically what they're going to be doing. But this is fine. It's one probe off minerals. It's not a huge deal. It's just a base style thing.
Tell that to the guy who went drone scouting in ZBZ.
And that's not such a playstyle thing. That is a vital wrong way to do that. Cryoc hasn't found the second pylon. He knows there has to be a second pylon, but he hasn't seen it yet. This could be fucking with him. If you look, he's going around. He's going, okay, it's not on the bottom right. He's going to check at the top now. He's going to work it out.
Come on, Cryoc.
Yeah, there he goes. Tech hit it, but Cryoc knew that it had to be somewhere. See, if Cryoc didn't see it at the top, though, Cryoc was going to have to then go check everywhere on the map to find out where the Proxy Robo was. It would have been kind of funny.
Messing with players, making a pylon off somewhere.
Generally, I don't bother because I don't have that level of intelligence. But had Tech placed the pylon just like behind the middle, just natural or something like that, then Cryoc would have been checking it everywhere. He still might check everywhere, but like you would be looking like behind the natural. You'd be looking up here for. He's looking for the Foxy Robo, just in case. People do weird shit on two-player maps. It's because you know where your opponent is. You can start doing.
You went 12 Nexus on this map.
So Nexus on the map is really strong.
Really? Okay. Is the rush distance so long?
The rush distance is just the right rush distance. You can guarantee they see it, but they can't actually do anything about it if you do the right version of 12 Nexus.
Okay.
There's the 12 Nexus version that always beats the bunker rush. It's the version that I do. Okay, the question is, will he see the Citadel? There needs to be a pylon behind that mineral line, right? Okay, never mind, he's just going to place a goon back there. He's not going to see the Citadel. Will it be the exact same thing as before? We've got 3 Dragoons. So it's not, okay, not the same thing as before. It's just regular DT, not DT drop. Cryoc should have mines in time for this. He'll build a vulture or 2, and then just some of his mines are going to be in front of his bunker because that's just what you have to do in case of DT drop. It's DT openings are still okay. You just go fishing. I prefer the Robo opener because you guarantee a scout inside their base, but it's just setting a DT and seeing what happens. It's you're fishing for an advantage. You're throwing out throwing something and then you see what happens. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't work as well, but you get some information either way.
I wonder if we're gonna see a push from Cryoc.
I mean, eventually, but not. You are going to do a 3 tank push. Actually, yes. He has 2 tanks, a 3rd tank building. He's got a vulture coming, and he's got mines upgrading. However, now he's not going to do a 3 tank push. You know why?
Just lost a tank.
Doesn't have 3 tanks. Two vultures building. He's got mines coming. He could do a 2 tank push, which is the version of the 3 tank push where you've lost a tank. Okay, he's just gonna stay here. Those vultures are being lazy. That's the thing those vultures need to do, and they're not doing it. Okay, let's look at the nat. Are they gonna do it?
See ya.
This is. Okay, now he's got to know. We need to see if the mines are going down. There's no mines. PTs are going to get in. The vultures aren't even close to being finished. Okay, this is over. This is over.
Didn't see it.
Academy's halfway done, but the Dragoons are going to clean this one up. Oh, and there goes
The DT even gets to live.
Oh, and he doesn't.
Doesn't repair the bunker.
Yeah. Like, this might not be like. Cryoc could survive this, but he can't win this. I would like to see tech expanding though. Oh, that's a big hit.
He's down 10 SCVs.
Yeah, but tech's not doing anything to capitalize on it.
Now we're seeing mines.
Damage is done though. He lost all his tanks. He's lost a bunch of workers. Tech's up 13 workers. I mean, there we go. Okay, now the Nexus has gone down. This is done. And we follow an Arbiter Rush. Okay. Do we have a Robo? Now would be a good time to build a Robo tech if you're interested in doing that. There were mines on the map.
So much tech.
But I don't think that Cryoc can recover from this deficit. Down 10 workers.
Yeah, yes.
And Arbiters. The first Arbiter's already a third of the way along.
Yes.
I mean, he is floating a lot of minerals, so would maybe make sense to make a CC. But
Yeah, that, and it's kind of a Hail Mary play. It's
What else can
he's
you
got
do
good-
with this one?
he's got a good reason to think that he can't do any pressure, but he's also got a good reason to think that the mines, or at least the fear of mines, is giving him map control. So if his opponent can't attack, it makes a lot of sense to just throw down a CC. And if it turns out the opponent has observers done, has a bulldog coming, yeah, you lost the game, but you'd already lost the game. This is a comeback play. Worker deficit is down from 10 workers to 4 workers. There's no probes being built by tech, which is bad, honestly. His plan here is to take a quick third base and to saturate it, and he's not over making probes. He's still not making any probes. Okay, there we go. He's finally started making probes, but this is not on time. If you take a quick third, you want to over make probes as much as possible in your main and natural because you want to immediately saturate that third. he's not able to do that. He's even on workers after killing a bunch of SCVs.
Is there a time you want to make status like your Arbiter is almost morphing in, or just immediately after you make an Arbiter?
Immediately after, it doesn't do anything for you. What I do is I get energy upgrade first, because you can actually get Arbiter energy upgrade and then stasis, and you still have stasis by the time you have 100 energy.
It takes a long time to get that energy upgrade, right? Almost
It
as
takes
long
exactly
as it
the
takes.
same amount of time to make the Arbiter, which means that your second Arbiter comes out with energy.
You got to make it early to do that.
Yeah, you do energy and Arbiter.
You can't
at the
have
same
like a
time.
tech Arbiter build, right? It'll be too late. He usually gets Arbiters kind of late, but this game,
Well,
not so much.
the Arbiter and the Arbiter energy are not by the same building, so whatever timing they're on, it's going to be the same timing. He's even in workers, but that's about to change. This is not what he wanted to do. This is a quick third base build that actually got a third base much slower than his opponent. It's actually quite impressive that Cryoc has got
back.
the economic advantage from being down a base and also down 10 workers. And he did it with 5 vultures. His 5 vultures managed to contain tech forever.
Scary.
Well, tech spent all his money on units and had no observers. I don't...
Recall is almost done.
Tech macros constantly, but he shouldn't always be macroing constantly. PvT, there's a lot of stop-start if you want to optimize it. There are moments where you need a shit ton of units right now, and there are moments where you don't need any units for a while. And tech...
I don't think he
isn't-
likes to cut units. Yeah,
Yeah,
he'd rather cut probes.
Oh, he cuts everything. He cuts bases, he cuts tech. All he does is...
cut probes.
Prioritize
Not
the
build them.
macro.
Yeah. It's...
I used to play like that a long time ago.
PvT is very stop-start. There are moments where you don't need any extra units. What you need to do is make sure that your Arbiter's on time, or you don't need any extra units. You need to make sure your bases go down. Tech just goes, no, units. Any problem can be solved by making more units, which means his expansions come late, as we saw in the Fighting Spirit game. He maxed out, but he only had 3 bases. Or his Arbiters come late. In the Silphid game, we saw him get a huge initiative advantage from the DT drop, and he followed that by going a bunch of extra gateways. I'm assuming he has 150 energy, because if he doesn't, this is going to be embarrassing. There we go. In he goes, and straight on the armory. Does the other one have 100 energy? If so, he can rule the ramp. Let's see it. 100. Okay, he's got a plan here. And down it goes.
Nice.
This is one of my favorite strategies. Very, very old.
Nice.
I mean,
Still
he's not
used
shooting
today.
the armory. I would like it if he shot the armory, because he recoiled onto the armory, and then he just left it there and it walled him in. Why did you recoil all your units behind the building if you didn't want to kill the building?
Besides armories, what's good structures to target? The command center
There we go.
afterwards?
There goes the armory.
If they don't have science vessels, I quite like getting the contacts. But I mean, armies are what you need to do.
Cancels the attack upgrade. Very nice.
He should go for the second one, I think, but it's fine. He also should be taking a 4th right now, maybe a 5th. See, but he's just building extra units, and he's still only on 1 Stargate. I look at this and think, well, you just spent 250 energy on this attack. What do you plan to do when this attack's over? If you don't have the bases, your Arbiters are still alive, but you don't have the energy you had before. It's
I think this
There's
is
no-
his answer.
he's just going to do more units. Which is his answer to
Yeah,
everything.
what is the score, actually?
Score is 1-1, I think.
That's right.
But this is Tech's answer to everything is, well, if I just build a bunch of gateways and make some gateway units, then maybe that will work. And he's very good at it, so it does work quite often. But it's not optimal.
He should be in a bigger lead than he is right now.
Yeah, what he's doing isn't the way to secure a victory, but it is the way to build a bunch of units. And sometimes it's a bunch of
It's
units.
a mental victory, okay? I build units, I kill units. It's
I mean, it's going to be a victory. He's got this game on lock. The game's over. This isn't the way I would have chosen to win. Again,
see?
he's got no arbiters building, and these arbiters have no energy. He's not setting himself up here in case this goes wrong. Still got no fourth base. But he does have a shit ton of units out those gateways.
Thank you, Terror.
Oh no.
Very questionable decisions from him in terms of his strategy to build his way towards a victory. But the man can make units.
Make Dragoons. Dragoon good unit.
Yeah, his
Hello?
macro is
Protoss
good.
good unit. It's that simple.
Dragoon shoot air and ground.
The man
I
has
mean,
got a mindset, he's got a plan, he's gonna build Dragoons, and he's gonna kill his opponent with Dragoons.
I mean, when I used to play, I
Doesn't
felt
work.
really good making a bunch of
If it
units.
doesn't work, he will build more Dragoons.
It
Until
gives
he is
you,
400 supply Dragoons against 200 supply tank. He will do it.
It gives you a sense of security when you have so many units, but then when you lose the game, you kind of look back on it like, how did I lose? I had so many units, and it's precisely because you're not maybe forming a coherent strategy.
yeah, he's not thinking of this in terms of the tools that he needs to
How
actually
is
close it out.
building a million Dragoons not a coherent strategy?
Well, because sometimes you build Dragoons and the tanks kill them all.
There's a right thing to do at the right time, and it's figuring that out.
Oh,
Recalling into the base again. Yet a yeet, here I go. Yeah. Where is
Cryoc
your
might just
economy?
tap out.
yeah, I mean, Cryoc can't win. It's, I say that Tech's winning the game wrong, but he's gonna win the game. It's still winning the game wrong is. I mean, that's just an opinion. But a win is a win. He's not. Like, just because it doesn't have the Quark seal of approval doesn't mean that it's not the point on the scoreboard.
It's tied 1-1 between Cryoc and Tech.
He's going to kill all these depots, but the joke's on him because Cryoc doesn't actually have enough units anyway. You can kill all these depots, but it's not going to matter.
There's a GG from Cryoc.
GG. See, the man has got a plan.
Yep.
And the man with a plan cannot lose. It's a very good advice for life. If you want to bash your head against the wall until it breaks, do it. It works 100% of the time, 50% of the time.
Thank you, Terry, for rating us. I appreciate it. (2-1) for Tech in this best of 5 cash prize show match. We got Quark and Warsurg casting.
Hello, hello.
Open to the public, so you can jump in and cast with us. There's a link to our Discord up in the open casting channel. Join us.
Okay, next up, Yapsa versus Kala.
Folks, if you want to participate in a show match, join our Discord and play in a prize or non-prize show match. We feature F to S rank players. And the map, I believe, is...
Match point.
Ah, your favorite map, Quark. I think it was Alm who said, literally, there are no GGs on this map, but I don't know enough about it to offer an opinion.
Terran
Let's
can
hope
see
for
you on that from the low ground. There's basically no path between any 2 points of the map that doesn't have a high ground, low ground on it. And taking a third gas means taking a third base on the other side of the map. You either take the third gas that's close by air, which means you go all the way up, across, and down again, or you just go all the way up the length of the map.
You think it's not very good for Protoss? That's why Cryoc chose this map?
I think that it's there are a lot of 2 base timings that Terran can hit here that are very difficult to stop. Like you can do fast expand into quick 4 vulture drop, follow that with tanks at the Protoss nat on the low ground with the dropship getting vision. So that it's if the Terran has a plan on this map, the plan is likely to work.
A man with a plan cannot lose. That's my problem, StarCraft. I never have a plan. I build a hatch at 12, and then it's a big question mark.
I would like to see arbiters on this map, and like 2 Stargate arbiters. If he gets the third gas, it's you can't fight a Terran push like by running into it on this map. It's almost always going to be on a high ground.
Why aren't we seeing an earlier scout from Protoss? It makes no difference.
Yeah, you know where your opponent is.
Not worried about BBS.
I mean, you've got this is a very long map, and you've got a high ground to defend. But yeah, I mean, a BBS could work. Yeah.
So you're telling me there was a chance?
Maybe it's just he knows that BBS would be kind of BM. He's got too much respect for his opponent to even consider his opponent doing something cheesy.
Oh, you should have seen Striker's 4-pool last show match.
Yes. It was beautiful.
Did it work?
Yes.
Well, I guess in a best of 5 series, you can pull out all kinds of tricks out of your bag. But yeah, I think partly because Vadi had made his depot and barracks at his net.
God help me for a TVT 5-game series where everyone plays standard.
So Cryoc is counting pylons here. I don't think he sees anything unusual.
I do like hiding the second pylon in the main. I think it's a cool trick. Just because it fucks with the opponent. You do need a certain quality of opponent to do it. If your opponent's not counting pylons, then it's not going to make a difference.
1 pylon. Where's the second? I can't count anymore. No.
Okay, so this is just the most standard 23 next you can do. Question is, how's he going to follow it? I mean, it's going to be Nexus, pylon, probes, probably robo. That's the standard follow-up. But we will see. Because he's done Citadel before. I like the pylon at the bottom right.
Nice scout. Nice scouting.
Yeah, he's just looking. He's looking at 6 o'clock. Make sure there's nothing there. Tech has 200, 400. Tech can go for robo. He can go for anything. He's going for second.
No.
I don't like that. So you want to get something inside their base to see what their build is. You want to do it pretty early if you can, because what you do depends entirely on what they're doing. TBT. There's some games you can seize the initiative, like we saw Carla do with Scan on, except where he did Elevator into Reaver into denying it was just non-stop bullshit. But
Are you saying he doesn't expect a push from Terran and there's no need to get an extra gate right now?
I'm saying he doesn't know what to expect. And when the whole matchup is built around reacting to what the opponent does,
So
you
get
don't
in
know
a
what they're
robo,
doing.
yeah, an observer.
Yeah. You
Okay,
look
great.
inside their base, you see what they're doing, and then you counter what it is they're doing. The second gateway means that he's going to be able to make more Dragoons, but he doesn't know if he needs more Dragoons. It's
Haven't you seen the series? He always needs more Dragoons.
Thank you, Crossy, for the raid.
again, it comes down to the Dragoons stop-go thing. Sometimes you want to be making lots of Dragoons, and sometimes you want to be making lots of not Dragoons. And the way you know which time it is by looking at their base and understanding the context. Whereas Tech just
You don't understand.
Yeah, Tech does not have a Dragoon off switch.
He won 2 games by building Dragoons, so he's gonna build more Dragoons.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, his gateways.
He
He's got
built
Dragoons.
his rocket, he shoots it out of a bazooka. and
Sometimes it works. Sometimes
It just works.
But if you look at the situation, he's got his Dragoons in his main countering a drop. There's no drop happening. It's the Vulture's in his natural, and the reason he doesn't know where the Vulture is, no observers.
But see, if he had more Dragoons, he could have had Dragoons at his natural and in his main. Didn't build enough Dragoons. That's the problem.
That tank. If he got that tank at the natural, he's actually ahead. Because I saw a tank go out in front of the bunker. Okay, no, it's pulled back. It just took a shot.
The mines. Spooky.
If only he had some way of seeing the mines. Again, he's still waiting for this drop. This is why you rush the observer. It's frustrating because he goes, okay, well, I could build more dragoons, and then I'll have half of them doing nothing because I don't know what's going on.
He's down in probe count.
Yeah, he's behind. This is not the correct execution of this build. And the frustrating thing is as well that I know that the way that I'm talking about is the correct way of doing it because Light wrote a video in YouTube that's been translated by Jinjin. Jinjin's amazing, where he explains how to do this correctly. And Brutal is one of those things where you can just appeal to authority.
Hey, he's
If
getting a
Light
star
says
court.
this is the right way to do it that way.
Well, now I'm not doing it.
Yeah, this
No.
Arbiter rush is... He's rushing 2-base Arbiter, but he doesn't know if it should be 2-base Arbiter. In this situation, it actually should be 2-base Arbiter. He's not wrong. What is the factory count at?
When should it not be 2-base arbiter? Against
When your
Wraiths
opponent's
or
going quick CC,
quick
third
CC?
CC, you go 3-base Arbiter.
Okay.
Or when they're going like no armory, like 6 fact, in which case it's 30 DPs. But if he had an observer, yeah, like his third, he's behind on workers. He's behind 13 workers, and the third CC is going to be faster. And the reason that this is happening is because he didn't get the quick observer. He's going 2-base arbiter, but he doesn't know if he should be going 2-base arbiter. It's not optimal. The observer should be getting to your opponent's base around 6:30. First observer gets there, and it tells you what to do, and it will get in most of the time because there's no turrets. Now the turrets are up, so it's not going to be as easy to get a scout. I don't think he's even seen the factory count. He's seen the CC, but he doesn't know if there's a starport coming. If there's a no starport, what you're looking at is a like 10 fac +1 push. If there's a starport, what you're looking at is a much later 2-1 push.
Should he have
can,
expanded a little while ago? Tech?
Yeah, the tech's under no pressure at all right now, but he doesn't know he's under no pressure because he didn't get the observer in. He didn't get the observer in because he was busy trying to stop a dropship that didn't exist. He had dragoons hanging around in his main. He built extra dragoons and he placed them in his main against a potential possibility of a drop. But had he just looked for the drop, he wouldn't have needed to do any of that. It's not optimal. It's not the right way of doing it.
Darren securing his next base now. Gets
Yeah,
spotted.
Cryoc's really far ahead. He's got 13 more workers. His third base is quicker, and the Arbiter rush is not going to do anything. I mean, it's not, obviously that's not unwinnable for Tech. Tech could get a huge recall or just a really good engagement. Tech can make a lot of units out of his gateways, but this is in the same way I said that the Fighting Spirit game was Tech's game to lose. This is Cryoc's game to lose. Cryoc, his build is exactly where he wants to be, and Tech is far behind where Tech would want to be compared to an optimal opening. I think if you saved this game and then told players that they could start from here, I think any Terran player would say, yeah, that I would definitely play this one
Right.
out. The Protoss player would say, no, I want to play it from the start. Terran's up in supply, up in workers. Third base was faster. Starport's coming now. His +1's finished though, right? Cryoc doesn't have a... Is Cryoc just going +1 time? Yeah, Cryoc's just going to go. If Cryoc isn't just going to go, I don't understand what he's doing. Okay, yeah, he's going 8 back. This is +1.
Well, he's got his tank count. You can just pump
Yeah,
out some
I mean-
vultures and get ready.
Although Starport and the second army, he's getting his science facility, but this is not going for a 2-1 timing. Like Cryoc Cryoc's factories are going down. Cryoc is good to go.
I like to see another starport or Stargate. I'm sorry.
Well, he's only got the 2 gas this time, but yeah, he's got the ability. You can do it on 2 gas.
Would you
I
grab a
mean,
mineral only here, or grab
You have
a
to take the men
expansion
only
with
because you
gas?
can't take the other one. You can't defend anything else.
Okay, did
Down
Tech
19
supply block
workers.
himself by killing his own pylon, or what happened?
No, there's one at 6. The Vulture
The
finally
vulture destroyed it. Took about 30 minutes, but he did it.
He's down 20 workers. Okay, we're not looking at a +1 push. We're going to look at a 2-1 push, but I don't think it matters. Tech can't do anything until Cryoc has 200 supply. And once Cryoc has 200 supply, Tech can't do anything then either.
I wonder how that Vulture is feeling. It's got like 5 years ago, he got like this plan from his commander. Okay, you're gonna go deep into enemy territory and you're gonna
Look at
throw
the.
grenades at this energy protected building that doesn't do anything.
I mean, 6
Until it's
gates to.
9 back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's not
don't
looking
understand
good.
why Tech is doing this.
Well, because
He's
Tech,
the gateway man, isn't he?
yeah, but he doesn't have the economy. I mean, free bases. Yeah, he could have more gates than he has right now, but he didn't. He also could just have 4 bases at this point, and he could have had
Oh, I think he's gonna
2 target
recall
arbiter.
Zealots.
He doesn't want to recall.
Is that what
Why
you're gonna
why would he want to recall if he puts his army out there?
It just looks like he bunched up his
Oh,
zealots
zealot.
and he might be ready to
Maybe.
do it.
I
Don't do it, Tech.
like
Not
it.
like this.
I mean, he's lost the game either way, but it's.
No,
Wait,
you
if
don't
he
want to
recalls
recall
on
there,
top
my
of that
friends.
army? Ooh, this might. At least it looks good. Oh, look at him! Oh, that one body knocked out like 13 zealots.
Yeah, I could have been totally wrong on that, but I felt like they were just gonna get destroyed.
Can we click on the siege tanks? No, the kill counts.
He's down 26 workers, 27, 28.
Okay, the murder siege tank died. It's fine.
29 workers, 30 workers, 31.
Ah, let him kill the pylon.
I think
got
he's
another
really
command.
demoralized right now after that attack.
I mean, he didn't have a plan.
I think
There's-
he feels kind of helpless. A lot of Protosses get into this situation, don't they?
Yeah, because this matchup feels really difficult unless you actually work out what the opponent's doing and then counter that. You don't know what the Terran's doing. How can you beat it? You find yourself looking at just a brick wall of mech and you bash your head against it and it doesn't work. It's all about working out exactly what they're doing so you can work out how to counter it. And that's why I advocate for the Observer Rush. You look in their base, you see what they're doing, and then you do the thing that beats that. It's a really simplistic way of approaching the matchup, but it's not wrong.
Well, at the very least, I don't think he needed to recall there. Maybe expand more, take over the map, and look for engagements where he knows that he has a good shot of winning. Or getting mass arbiters. Oh, there's an EMP.
Mass Arbiter's out of his 1 Stargate. If there's
Yeah,
one thing that Tech's
but
never going to do.
You know
Go
what?
to
This
second
game has been
Stargate.
dragging on for so long. He could have probably pumped out 4 or 5 from that 1 Stargate.
Ah, that Arbiter has to 1v1 that turret.
He only has 7 gateways still.
That turret insulted Arbiter's mother.
He only has 7
Opinion.
gateways because he lost all his workers.
Oh no.
But I mean, he's got sustainability on his side. If you look at Cryoc's main, basically. Oh, here we go. Oh, didn't go to plan.
Arbiter immediately dies. I mean, yeah, and Cryoc says this is the best time for me to attack. Obviously.
I'm up 70 supply. However, he's only actually up 40 supply in terms of army, because he's down. He's up 30 workers too. But I think Tech has not enough stasis to stop this, because he will never build a second Stargate. He is going +2 Nexus though, because now is the time.
There's just no way that you can take on this army.
Yeah, it's a spooky army.
This is the strategy in this game was fundamentally flawed. And it's
There was no
fundamentally flawed.
strategy, I don't think, at the
Well,
mid-game
he,
mark.
Build units!
He was just guessing. So
Yeah.
he went 2 Gateway Robo, and then he put some Dragoons outside the enemy's base and some Dragoons inside his base ready for Vulture Drop.
This is a helpless Protoss trying to do something.
Well, if Cryoc went for a quick Vulture Drop, then
Hey, let me
Tech would look like a
quickly
genius.
address this in chat. When did StarCraft 1 get its last balance change? I think that was about 20 years ago, yes?
yeah, that was the 150 middle spawning pool, I think.
Yeah. I don't think we are getting Protoss buff or needing Protoss buff.
No, I think Terran players are going to cry foul at that idea. But it looks like game over for Tech.
Yeah. Well, if Cryoc had gone for a quick Vulture drop, then Tech would look like a genius because he had like 2 Dragoons sitting in his main base. He had Dragoons at the front. He had a like delayed Robo, but it wasn't so delayed. It just he didn't check what his opponent was doing. He just did a complete Hail Mary. It was fundamentally flawed. He wasn't like fucking up his unit by his playback.
Okay,
He wasn't playing badly.
I'm gonna need text uploader.
It's not like he had bad macro or bad micro or anything. It's just the things that he was doing weren't the things he needed to be doing. He was doing them well. It's just they weren't the right things.
The score is 2-1 for Tech, and I think it's going to be tied now.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been saying a bunch of these games is that the Tech's macro, micro, and multitasking are fine. They're really good. There's the reason that he's an S-rank player. He's better than I am. It's the strategy that isn't there.
Is that what people are saying in the chat? That Tech did everything right and Protoss needs to be buffed? I kind of agree with it. Let's buff Protoss. The underdog race. I'm not sure what Tech is doing right now.
Not leaving.
He is tilted.
I don't think.
Ah,
I mean,
Baron,
Tech
so broken.
if you didn't
quite an
expect
emotional
this
player.
outcome, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, but he is quite an emotional player.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's true of a lot of good players too. It's that they know that
Oh, he
they
did
know how
bust through
good they
this.
are, and they know
Okay.
when they're underperforming.
I didn't think he would bust through this. Ooh, my god.
You'd be right.
Oh, but it's 44 supply to 170, for Christ's sake, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tech. Good game, my friend. So it's tied. 2-2.
A lot of good players, they know when they play badly, and they get mad at themselves because they're so competitive.
Our casting is open to the public. Anybody is welcome to join the open casting channel where I share my screen and observe, and you can co-cast with us. If you want to participate in a show match, we feature F to S rank players in prize and non-prize show matches, 1v1s, 2v2s, 2v1s, free-for-alls, and all that good stuff.
Okay, what are we at now? 2-2?
Yeah. 2-2.
Yeah, this is a tiebreaker. I'm joined by Quark and Wurslerk. I apologize for my newbie
Kirk is
observing
way
skills,
too much
guys.
insight on this matchup, so I am not talking a lot.
All my observers bailed on me.
Talk both of the races. That's all I'm good for here.
The map is polypoid, not fighting spirit, because of the gap in the mineral line, I'm told.
Tech has the positional
Fake
advantage
fighting spirit.
Why does Tech have the positional advantage?
because Cryoc will have to push up his high ground. Tech's third is on a high ground facing Cryoc. Cryoc's third is not.
Yeah, you know how I feel about taking that third. It's in the line of fire. I just don't understand why you guys take it. I would just expand down there.
Well, because you have to hold that position either way. It's free.
You know, it makes sense what you're saying. Yeah, I just don't like
Yeah.
it. It's a mineral only. It doesn't even have a gas.
Well, we've seen how Tech feels about gas units.
I think the only race that expands like away from their opponent is, I think, Zerg. Zerg tends to expand away from their opponent. But other than
You wouldn't
that,
want to take it against ZVT, but I think ZVP is still fine because again, you have to hold that position. You would never want your opponent to be on that high ground outside your natural. So completely standard so far from Tech, and also from Cryoc.
as is tradition. It's supposed to be a fun, inclusive community, man. It's a trap. I'm gonna get shit talked.
Hey guys, I spent
They
good
will
money.
request buff for Protoss.
spend good money on these show matches so we can all have fun.
Someone go tell them the truth of Tezagi.
It's a
Flash
non-profit,
Sagi.
non-proprietary platform.
Flash Sagi.
Happy New Year to all you wonderful Brood War fans and players. And both are gonna get the scout correctly.
Yeah. I like Cryoc scout direction more because you want to see if your opponents are clockwise of you, because if they are, they have the positional advantage. Whereas I don't know that you. If I were tech, I would have scouted bottom right first. But
Do you have a rule? You go horizontally or vertically based on where you are?
I go clockwise. So I go clockwise, because if you if they're clockwise to you, you have a positional disadvantage, which means that you want to have a scouting advantage.
You want to find that out first. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Whereas if you find them last, but they're at the place that you're good against, you're like, well, it's not so bad because at least I can defend against more.
And you learned that by yourself, or?
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Right. Thinking man.
You have a choice. You can either get first scout on the location that you're good against or the one that you're bad against.
Rare specimen in these troubled times. The thinking man.
Well, I don't know how many people think about.
We
Brood
have
War meta.
3 STVs on gas. 3 STVs on gas means 2-pack, and there we go. Second factory just went down.
Oh no. He's gonna do it.
And so if tech goes for 23 next again, which looks like what we're going to see, then it's going to come down to whether he has the discipline to go free gate. Because this is why you go the free gate. Because sometimes you need that third gateway.
What if he doesn't get it?
Then he's going to lose. That's why you go the free gate.
Yeah,
You don't want to lose the game.
Because with 2-Vec, Terran builds tank, walks across map, kills your Nexus, and then you cry.
The dragon took a lot of hits.
It did, yeah. Okay, so we're going to probably see a 25 robo. Question is, do we see 25 robo, then plus 2 gateways and 8 dragoons? There's our robo. If we see plus 1 gateway, then, as I said, he's in trouble.
I request 50 minerals per spider mine.
I feel like we're just going to see plus 1 gateway. He's going to go. Yeah, there's the second gateway. Come on, tech. We've spoken about this. Show me a third gateway.
I think he's just gonna get 2.
I will not do it.
Does he just normally get 2?
It's not late yet. You need the third gateway by 30, but it's going to be late in a second when he doesn't.
Does he ever get the third gate?
He got the third gate on the game on Fighting Spirit when I said this is the right way to do it. But he's not getting it. See, he thinks he knows better than Light. Light says you have to get the third gateway because sometimes there's a 2-fac. Tech's like, nah, there's never a 2-fac. Well, sometimes there is. And although we're not seeing tanks, we're just seeing Mass Vulture. This, he could hold this actually. This is Cryoc is making this hard for himself because the observers are going to be quick. If he could just wall it in, come on, there we go. Oh, Cryoc, you fooled. He's fucked it up.
Infinite injectable drugs that cost 0 money. What is this heaven? Please send me to the Terran army.
Cryoc has, all he had to do is make tanks. Just make 3 tanks and go.
He had the scout, so...
This is silly. Why is he trying to beat Dragoons with vultures?
Why isn't
Because spider mines are a thing.
microing there?
Why is he breaking out though?
But he still has the advantage. He's got an expansion.
Yeah. But he also needs to retake the high ground before the tanks get there. But I mean, this was just a throw. Cryoc had a 2-pack against a 2-gate, which is a build order win. The only thing that Tech had going for him was a quick observer, and Cryoc goes, okay, what I really need to do here is get some mines down quickly. That will counter the observer. It's just a game of throws. Cryoc's about to go, haha, I have the high ground, and it's secured by
in
mines.
reality, Terran needs a buff.
Tech's not gonna get punished for his 2-gate.
Yeah, Cryoc fucked this up really badly. Because there are enough Dragoons here that they can just kill the tank.
tank says it's over Dragoon. I have the high ground.
Yeah, except the Viva's basically done.
Oh no.
This is...
Not Papa Riva. There he is.
The fact that Tech had to get up to 500 minutes before he dropped some extra gates is kind of worrying, but it shouldn't make a difference. He should be able to just crush this.
I wonder if you should have just attacked Cryoc with the Reaver instead of...
No, this is fine. Because you don't need to win in two separate ways. You don't need to crush the army and also destroy their economy.
The way he wins this game is he survives this push.
Yeah. It's...
Make sure the Terran doesn't get an expansion.
You identify your win condition, and then you do that win condition. His win condition in this game is that he crushes the push.
He's so vulnerable to a Reaver trap, though.
Yes, but you kill...
If he doesn't have the Reaver at home, the tanks kill him.
Yeah, if you kill the opponent's economy,
Well,
and
the
you
tanks
die,
have siege.
See, that's why you have Shuttle and Reaver. Well, except you lose the Shuttle and the Reaver.
Yeah, but it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, he had 2 tanks that weren't sieged.
It's not that the 2 tanks weren't sieged, it's just that he wasted all those vultures at the start when he was meant to be killing his opponent. But as I said, you need to win the game once. If you crush the push,
don't die, you're
and
low
you-
HP.
crush the push and you have the superior economy like he does, then you're good. You don't need to have anything more than that. Which means you shouldn't take the unit that lets you crush their push and go harass their economy. You don't get anything extra from that. Nobody's going to give you bonus points for having won the game in 2 different ways at the same time. But all that
I am.
all that opens up is the possibility that you lose the game because you don't have the Viva when you need it.
Watch the Ursulon, he's gonna block the ramp.
I think he's gonna go into tech space. Nope. He's gonna hang around there. Probably gonna take a third, possibly. So is tech.
Tech hasn't put an observer in Cryoc space, which is a problem because, as I said before, the way you win this matchup is you take a look at what your opponent's doing and then you do the counter to that.
You really
don't
like
place
to
the
ride his
observer.
ass, don't you?
If you don't put the observer in their base, then how are you going to counter what they're doing?
Or
It's
tech.
just-
So hard to please you. He's trying so hard.
Third base?
I feel like he's just gonna macro up and try to bust.
He's gonna build Dragoons. He's gonna do it.
Take a look inside
50
Cryoc
gates.
base. There's no armory. There's no starport.
Just has
I-
tanks. Some droids.
Yeah. I don't disagree with your assessment that he's going to try and...
Well, that's
Plus,
what
if
he
he doesn't
does
got
every
arm-
game, doesn't he?
Croc's play has been very different all these games.
Tech, I mean. He just
Oh, yeah,
sort of
sorry.
macros and
Yeah, Tech is... Tech's only idea is making...
ogre
units.
toss.
Yeah, it kind of is, honestly. But he is good at it.
Phenomenal player. His macro micro is so good. But
he's not doing the right thing, but he's doing a lot
That's
of
a-
it.
he's trying to figure out how to take
Many probes
advantage
transferred.
right now.
Can we look at the main? It's a bit undersaturated now.
Yeah, he's not building any probes. Okay, Cryoc just dropped his army and academy, so Cryoc's transitioning into upgrades, which means that he's not just going to be going all in randomly. I would like to be seeing second Stargate and also third gas taken here. Tech is already up to 900 gas, and he's not going to do it. I'm not saying it because I think it's what's going to happen. I'm saying it because I'm sad it's not going to happen. I don't think Tech knows that Arbiters are something that you want to have lots of. He's just going 8 gateway. He's not even going to make the Arbiter
One
Tribunal.
fast shuffle. Well, he's not getting the Reaver out of there. Ooh. Oh.
Oh, he's
Aw.
0 kills. Literally 0 kills.
I mean, that factory is burning at least.
That first Scarab. And that second one.
Oh, he got one. Okay, 1 kill. Not complete waste.
I mean, all these scarabs are getting stuck. Okay, he hits the tanks.
He's attacking the non-spinning armory. Oh, okay, Reaver's still alive.
He's not gonna be alive for this. Okay.
Oh, he's found an opening. Okay then. Oh, it's doing a
He's
dodge.
out of scarabs.
It's gonna-
He's out of scarabs.
Oh, he's so unlucky. Oh, he's up for... He's got...
He's out of scarabs.
No,
okay.
he's got scabs. Okay, he's up for
Okay.
3 kills. This is a lot of mining time damage at least.
By this time,
4
the shot
kills.
has regenerated full shields.
Still 4 kills. 6 kills.
Woo! Getting it done.
No, nothing else is happening here. This is it.
Oh, you gotta drop it. And
Died.
lose it.
It died.
Okay, so we have
And
0
run.
arbiters being built, and still only the 1 Stargate. However, in terms of dragoons, the man has built a lot of dragoons, so we're good there.
That's the only important thing that matters.
I think he's going to be able to do. He's going to do a timing push on the 3rd. He's going to break through with speed shuttle, zealot bombs, and a shit ton of dragoons. So I'm not going to like it. That's what's going to happen in this game. I'm going to say this isn't the right
loving
strategy.
it. I'm loving it. He's gonna kill him with it.
I'm going to spend like 5 minutes talking about how this is not optimal. He needs.
And
to
then
use
he's gonna
second-
kill him.
Yeah, and then he's going to kill him.
It's got better gateways.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm.
Could have expanded. Could have gotten another Stargate. Well, oh, he hasn't gotten his gas at his 4th.
Yeah,
That's
because he's not gonna.
unfortunate.
He's not gonna make. He doesn't need the gas. He's not gonna make any gas units. That's why it's funny.
Ogre toss.
Yeah, it's Ogatus. I mean, it literally is that. It's.
Dragoon
It's
smash!
not ogre toss, people. I'm just joking around.
No, it is though. There's the right way to play the matchup and the wrong way to play the matchup, and this is.
This is risky. I mean,
Stop! Basically, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna end badly.
he,
But
No, it's
sometimes-
gonna work.
I'm gonna smash him with my dragoons and he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Smash!
well, the supply difference isn't that big. Yeah, it's an issue.
Well, the supply difference isn't that big for now, but I mean, Tech has like 20 gateways. Tech supply is going to get hit 200 very quickly. The issue is that it's
Look,
not
he's gonna
the
kill
right
him.
supply.
Watch.
You know what?
He's
If
got-
he mass Zealot, he would have broken this. With Dragoons, no, they're not very good against tanks.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
building Dragoons 12, so he's building Zealots 12 at a time. Look at the production.
now that he is, yeah, but
Yeah.
And they're gonna walk.
But he's not going to take another expansion. He's going to let that 1 vulture
No,
out the
he's
middle
gonna
of the-
smash him.
Yeah, he's going to smash him. Come on, you can do it, Tech. I believe.
is he getting out of
He
his club?
Tech's going to.
He's
No,
preparing
Tech's
his
gonna
club.
run
He's,
into this.
he's greasing his club up right now.
Silly
This is not going
tasteless.
to work. This is going to go really badly. He doesn't have recall researched. Oh, he's building a second Stargate. Holy shit. It's happening. Two
Yeah,
Stargate
we don't need
gaming.
that. No, we smash.
He's got 1 Arbiter, and it has 80 energy. He's got, this is the time. 80 energy, let's go.
Yes. Kill him.
Doesn't look good. What's the upgrade? So 0-0 with his tech up.
Yeah.
One.
0-0
Okay.
is the only
Smash
reason this
him.
might work.
Smash.
Oh, here come the Zealots from the side. Oh, it's not working. Is
What
it
do you
going to
mean
work?
It's not working.
The Dragoons are all blocking everything. from
completely
getting
Yeah,
working.
the Dragoons are blocking all the Zealots.
Oh, it's...
Smash! Hammer down!
Look, it's working.
Oh, there goes the recall. So there goes the stasis.
He's gonna
Okay,
get the
here we go.
expansion.
You can't tell me.
No,
See?
he's going to get everything. He's
He
won.
got the club out. He greased
Dragoon
up the club.
smash. He did it. It's Dragoon
Dragoon
smash.
smash.
Do it now! GG!
Nicely done.
Smash!
Berserk,
good.
Quark casting, thank you very much.
It shouldn't work, but it did.
See, you said it yourself. You said it yourself. I'm gonna talk 5 minutes about how this is not gonna work. Then he's gonna get his club out. He's gonna grease it up, and he's gonna smash him.
And the guy can macro. That's the thing. I'm going to spend ages talking about how they're not the right units. And he goes, yeah, but there are a lot of them.
Exactly. This is how Day 9 would explain StarCraft to you. If you have a lot of the wrong thing, it's still the right thing.